Have you ever felt like you were born carrying centuries of wisdom, yet trapped in a world that often feels unbearably shallow? It's as if you've lived lifetimes before, and while the people around you are busy chasing trends and surface-level distractions, you're left wondering, why do I feel so old inside, even when my age says otherwise? Carl Jung, one of the greatest explorers of the human psyche, believed that certain women carry what could only be called the essence of an old soul. These women move differently, think differently, and love differently. But here's the catch. It is both a blessing and a burden. In this video, we're going to uncover the hidden marks of an old soul woman, the signs Jung hinted at that separate her from the ordinary. And stay with me until the very end, because the final mark is the one most women never dare to admit, but it holds the key to her true destiny. Before we step into the marks, let's sit with the weight of what it really means to be an old soul woman. If this is you, you've probably felt misunderstood most of your life. You don't crave gossip, small talk, or shallow thrills. They bore you. Instead, you long for real conversations, depth, and intimacy. But here's the paradox. Your craving for depth often leaves you lonely because very few people can meet you at that level. You may have been told you're too sensitive, too deep, or too intense. And over time, you've probably learned to hide this part of yourself, to shrink it so that others won't feel uncomfortable around you. Jung once warned that carrying a deep soul in a shallow world often leads to isolation. It's not that the old soul woman is broken. It's that she doesn't quite belong to the time she's living in. She belongs to something older, something eternal. And it is this tension between carrying ancient wisdom and living in a modern, distracted world that gives birth to the marks we're about to explore. Mark 1, the gift of depth and its curse. The first hidden mark is her gift of depth. From the outside, she might appear quiet, reserved, almost ordinary. But beneath the surface, her mind is an ocean. She feels everything with a kind of intensity that startles those around her. The shadow of this depth is pain. She often feels too much, too emotional, too sensitive, too easily shaken. While others skim across the surface of life, she's drowning in its depths, unable to turn away from the profound questions of existence. Jung saw this not as a weakness, but as a sign of individuation, a soul closer to the truth of itself. Depth means she is more awake, more alive, more attuned to the invisible layers of life. And when she learns to embrace it, this depth becomes her transformation. She becomes almost healer-like, someone who can hold another's pain without flinching, someone who can see meaning in suffering. But of course, depth opens another door. If she can see so deeply, what happens when she starts seeing through things most people prefer to ignore? Mark 2. The eyes that see through illusions. Here lies the second mark. Her ability to see through illusions. The old soul woman notices what others miss. She sees the little cracks in someone's mask, the lies hidden in half-truths, the motives beneath polite words. This makes her unsettling. People feel exposed around her, as if she can look straight into their soul. The shadow side is loneliness. Few people enjoy being seen so clearly. Many retreat, avoid her, or accuse her of being paranoid or too intense. But in truth, she simply sees reality without the filters most rely on. Jung would call this a kind of psychic intuition, the ability to pierce through the collective illusions society runs on. The old soul woman carries the seer archetype, the visionary who reveals what others would rather not face. Her transformation is profound. She becomes a truth teller, a guide. People may resist her at first, but in their darkest moments, they often return, seeking her clarity. And yet this piercing vision comes at a painful cost, not just to her relationships, but to her heart. Mark 3. A heart that loves with ancient intensity. The third mark is her love. For the old soul woman, love is never casual. She doesn't know how to love halfway. She doesn't know how to play games. When she loves, it is with an ancient intensity, a fire that feels bigger than one lifetime. The shadow, she often scares people away. Her love feels overwhelming, almost too much to handle. While the world praises quick flings and superficial romance, she brings a kind of love that feels sacred, and that can be intimidating. Jung believed in the sacred force of eros, not just romantic love, but the soul's longing for union, depth, and wholeness. For the old soul woman, this longing is magnified. Her transformation is that her love can heal. It can elevate. When she allows it to flow freely, she becomes a mirror for others, showing them the heights of intimacy they didn't even know they were capable of. But this gift comes with a wound. For when her love isn't met with equal depth, it breaks her in ways no one else can see. And so she often retreats, not into bitterness, but into solitude. And in that solitude, another mark reveals itself. Mark 4. The weight of solitude. The old soul woman is no stranger to solitude. In fact, she often craves it. Crowds exhaust her. Small talk drains her. She doesn't fit neatly into social circles because the things that matter to her rarely matter to the crowd. So she retreats into her own company. The shadow is that solitude can slip into isolation. She may begin to feel like an outcast, forgotten, or invisible. Jung warned that while solitude is essential for individuation, it can also become dangerous if it disconnects her from the world entirely. But solitude also gives her power. In silence, she hears her own soul. In loneliness, she discovers creativity, spirituality, and insight that others miss. Her solitude is not emptiness. It's a crucible, shaping her into something rare. And in this crucible, another mark is revealed, perhaps the heaviest of all. Mark 5. The call of destiny. The wounded healer. The fifth mark is the call of destiny. For many old soul women, life is not gentle. They are tested early, sometimes through childhood wounds, heartbreaks, or devastating loss. It's as if the universe places them in fire over and over, forging them into something stronger. The shadow is suffering. Sometimes it feels unfair, almost cruel. Why does she carry so many wounds? Why does life seem harder for her than for others? Jung believed these trials were not punishment, but initiation. The old soul woman is often a wounded healer, one whose scars become the very medicine she offers the world. Her transformation is that, through her suffering, she gains empathy and wisdom that cannot be faked. She becomes a guide, someone who can help others navigate their darkest hours, because she has walked through them herself. And yet even this isn't the end. There is one final mark Jung hinted at, a rare and haunting one, the mark that reveals the ultimate purpose of the old soul woman. Mark 6, the hidden prophetic voice. The sixth and final mark is her hidden prophetic voice. Deep down, the old soul woman often feels torn. One part of her wants a simple life, to blend in to avoid standing out. But another part, the deeper part, knows she carries a higher calling. Jung described this as the anima archetype, the feminine force of wisdom and intuition that reshapes culture itself. The old soul woman is not here just to live. She is here to awaken others. The shadow is fear. She doubts herself, hides her voice, and sometimes tries to bury her calling under ordinary routines, but it never truly goes away. Her transformation comes the moment she surrenders to her purpose. When she speaks, writes, creates, or heals, her voice carries an ancient resonance. People may not always understand it, but they feel it, and that resonance is her true destiny. This is the rarest and deepest mark. The realization that she is not just an individual. She is a vessel for something timeless. So what do these marks mean for you? If you recognize them within yourself, you're not broken. You're not too much. You're carrying the timeless burden of an old soul. Jung believed that women like you were not accidents. They appear in history at crucial moments when humanity is in need of guidance, healing, and vision. And though the path is heavy, it is also sacred. The truth is, being an old soul woman is both curse and blessing. It is loneliness, but also wisdom. It is heartbreak, but also transformation. And ultimately, it is the realization that you are here to awaken something greater in others, something eternal. So let me ask you, which of these marks do you feel within yourself most strongly? Is it your depth, your vision, your love, your solitude, your wounds, or your voice? Share it in the comments. I read them all, and I know so many women will see themselves in your story. And if this resonated with you, stay close, because in my next video, I'll uncover another of Jung's hidden insights, one that ties directly to this vision of the old soul. Until then, remember this: being an old soul woman is not a weakness. It is a rare gift, and the world needs it now more than ever.